Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. Bitcoin is up at 47.2.3. I think it was as high as, let me see up here. How high was we actually up here? 47.7, almost 48. So, you know, the prophecy from yesterday, 50k Bitcoin is almost there. Not quite. You're gonna see this channel that I have on the chart very soon, but you know, we are pumping like crazy. And you also see that the divergence that we're talking about yesterday, there is no more divergence right now. Let me show you up here. As you can see up here, there is almost no more, there is technically no more divergence. So that's what we're gonna talk a little bit about that. You know, the things that you believe are to be true are no longer true. So every time, you know, price goes down, anytime you have some kind of, you know, support, you know, getting kicked in and stuff like that, it kind of doesn't drop below that support level, right? And what's happening right now is that every single support is holding, which is incredibly bullish. And the same way actually happens in the bear market. When you're in a bear market, every single resistance kind of holds, so you fail to break the resistance. And this in bull market, every single support holds, and it's really holding hard. So we're gonna talk about it. We're also gonna talk about that I bought more stuff yesterday, and we're gonna talk about, as you see in the title, you think you have time, tick tock, right? You think you have time. And I was thinking a little bit about this before I bought yesterday, like, when it's not going just yet, right? If you look at altcoins, they're kind of just, you know, chopping around, getting ready, but when it goes very fast. So people think often they have time, you know, it's gonna go slowly towards upside, it's gonna, you know, go above this resistance, it's gonna consolidate, it's gonna do this, and maybe a pullback. No, in the bull market, when stuff goes, it goes fast. And you've seen it that already. You got a, you know, pre-peak on what happens when stuff goes. This is Cardano. I always pick up Cardano because it's first on my list, but you know, I can pick up any other coin. But this is a very good example, because ever since, you know, May 2022, we've been slowly chopping towards downside, very slowly chopping towards downside, all the way to October 2023. It's been chopping slowly towards downside, but when it goes fast. So, you know, this is 1 year, 1.5 year, or bearish moves towards downside are eliminated in, you know, 1-2 months towards upside. It goes very fast. And the same thing is gonna happen over here. So you think you might, yeah, I might chop a little bit up here, go up here, pull back, maybe go up there, you know. There is no time. When it goes fast again, right? So people are missing out the moves. And you saw that what happened on Bitcoin, right? When Bitcoin started pumping from 15k, I mean, the moves were very, you know, choppy, but very fast towards upside. Fast towards upside, slow towards downside, right? But when it goes fast. Remember that. It's very important. When stuff goes in the bull market, it goes fast. There is no choppy slowly towards upside. They're not trying to, you know, get everybody bored and get everybody out of the market. So the point of a choppy move towards downside, this over here, is to get everybody out of the market, is to get everybody bored, is to do this, you know, big dumps down here to towards the support level. Get them stressed out, get them out of the market. That's the point. So it's kind of choppy towards downside all the time. Like it pulls back, you know, it bores you, it takes too long time, you know. But the point of move towards the upside, it's to leave everybody that got out behind. So this move up here right now, it's leaving everybody behind, right? Oh my god, I sold down here, I sold over here, oh, it's gonna pull back, right? And then it does another fast move towards the upside. The point of the moves towards the upside is to leave everybody behind. You want to leave everybody behind, and the reason you want to do that is when you come to these critical levels, you want to have that, when the FOMO builds up and nobody actually can withstand the pressure of not buying in, they have the FOMO in. But that's going to be so high, right? So they want to push the price high. They want to get you on any single pullback. They want to get you bearish. So you think, oh no, it's going to pull back more because, you know, you still have post-traumatic stress syndrome down here from the bear market. You still believe that, you know, for whatever reason, we're going to continue doing this move over here. And they want to get you so stressed out that you think it's gonna pull back, but when it goes fast, and that is the big thing over here. So altcoins, even though if you look at altcoins right now, they are not going fast, guys. They're not going fast. They did the very jerky move up here towards upside. Out of these zones up here, pulling back like 30-40%, like everything is back 30-40%. But you know, right now, you know, everybody's kind of bored from altcoins. Everybody's still like, when is altcoin season coming, what's happening, you know, and stuff like that. But when it goes fast again, right? So again, this move towards upside, it goes fast, guys. It goes very, very fast. And you think you have time, but there is no time. The halving is coming very, very soon. Again, every single day we do Bitcoin day. When we do Bitcoin day, we don't do Bitcoin daily every single day, although we would like to do that. But every time we do the daily, I show you where the halving is. Over here, 15 April, 17 April, give or take. It is getting closer. It is getting closer. Day by day, we are getting closer to the halving, right? Day by day, we are getting closer to this blue line. And I just saw Ivan on Tech video right now, and just very start of the video. I haven't seen Ivan on Tech entire video today because I woke up very, very late. On the other hand, I did see the start of it, and he was talking about how miners are gonna lower the sell pressure after a halving, and that kind of clicked with me a little bit, because after a halving there is a 50% less rewards on Bitcoin mining, right? So they will stop, if they are selling right now, they will stop selling right after the halving, because they are getting 50% and they're gonna wait, you know, for a new high. So they're gonna let the price go a little bit towards upside, a lot towards upside, and then at some point they will again, you know, resume selling, and because they still have the bills to be paid and stuff like that, right? But the selling pressure will get lower after halving. So after this blue line, the selling pressure gets lowered by from the selling pressure gets lower from the miners. Also, selling pressure gets lower from everybody else, because we are getting very, very bullish. So a lot of people are waiting for, also waiting for this line over here to get crossed, because after that they are like, okay, you know what, over here we still can sell. Over here, you know, this is, you know, pullback, stuff like that. There is definitely selling pressure up in these levels over here, and there can be selling pressure. But once we cross this line over here, even this selling pressure from the bears and traders and stuff like that will get substantially lower, and will be more bullish than bearish. So miners are gonna stop. They're not gonna stop 100%. They still have the bills to pay, but they will lower the selling pressure. The shorters, the bears, will lower the selling pressure. Everybody will become bullish suddenly. Even the strongest bear that are waiting for a halving will become bullish. So there will be a lot of, you know, more sentiment change right around this point, and it's not so far away, guys. It's not so far away. Let me show you a bit. Clock, TikTok, guys, TikTok up here. Let me show you over here. There you go. You got 68 days, 7 hours, 18 minutes, 35 seconds, 201 millisecond. Estimated 2024 Bitcoin halving is April 17, 2024. It goes fast. Every single day, it's a day, you know, sooner. But we don't know. Maybe it's gonna go a little bit before the halving. Maybe it's gonna go a little bit after the halving. But it's very, very close. And when it goes fast. So you might think you have time. I don't know if you do have time or not. I feel pressure. I feel FOMO, and I feel FOMO at the bottoms. I actually like that. That said, batch watches 28 months. Let's go, man. Let's go. How is happening? So I actually bought yesterday. I had some money coming in, and if you remember before, I mean, I bought a whole stack of all of the money I had over here. Big lesson learned, because I bought altcoins, and you saw what happened to altcoins right now. After I bought down here at the bottom, right over here, this very bottom's over here, down at 20k. That's where we bought. At least that's what I bought. So my idea was that, you know, everything is gonna go up here. Maybe I'll, you know, this would be the bottom for everything. Unfortunately, altcoins didn't do this move over here towards upside. I did this move down here. So, you know, I was in, you know, huge amount of pain. But, you know, I bought. I'm not selling. You know, I'm long-term investor. degen investor. They're just, you know, I like hodling. I don't like, you know, buying, selling, you know, it just creates too much emotion, too much, you know, panic in my stomach. It just hodl to the bull market top, right? So that was my thing. So I bought a whole bunch over here, but I knew that you know, this move towards upside is gonna come, and once come there might be some kind of pullback, and during that pullback we will be, you know, I will be allocating the rest of my money. And unfortunately, up here on this pullback, it's not playing out as you know, the previous bull market over here. Unfortunately, it's not playing like previous bull market. We had this big pullback towards downside, because I was thinking it might actually go over here, you know, just a very, very fast towards upside. Then we would have a lot of time until the halving to pull back. Unfortunately, right now we don't have a lot of time. I mean, we are over here. We don't have a lot of time. We do not have a lot of time to the pullback. So unfortunately, I have to kind of, you know, FOMO into crypto, but it's not kind of FOMO in, because if you look at altcoins did the first move towards upside and a pullback right now, right? 40, 30, 40% pullback on literally everything. So I'm not buying Bitcoin at 46k, because there is no pullback on Bitcoin and stuff like that, and Bitcoin is very, very high. But altcoins are, you know, are doing right now this move over here. So the way I see it, it is okay, you know, at least for me to buy right now. And from what Jordan Cameron said the other day, you know, don't try to be a hero and timing the bottoms. And it kind of hit me, because I was really trying to buy the bottom. Now, before I say the next thing, not a financial advice. You do your money, I do my money. And I'm gonna tell you what I bought, but I'm not trying to shield or anything like that. If you remember who Ken is, you know, Ken from the Crypto Labs Norwegian channel, he put this coin with other meme coins on Cardano chain. Okay, so that's what I bought. I bought ApeCoin, and you know, there are reasons for that, but the reason I'm showing you this is because I waited for a long time. I waited for a long time to buy. I started waiting up here at 3 point, it was down here. It was down here at around 1.4, something like that. I waited for a pullback. Okay, I was trying to play a hero and trying to time the bottom, and I was waiting for a pullback. So it did this move up here. It went all the way up to 1.5, and I was getting huge FOMO, but I was like, no, it's gonna pull back. It's gonna pull back, and it did pull back over here towards the downside. And when it came to 1.36, I was still wanting to buy, you know, this 1.2 level. You know, doesn't matter, 12999, just give me 1.2. You know, I want 1.2. You know, just give me down all the way down here 1.2, and it didn't get here. It didn't come over here, and I was really trying to, you know, time, but I was like, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be that guy, you know, that buys the bottom and stuff like that. And at one point, I just cannot wait anymore, right? And I read this, what Jordan Cameron said, don't try to be hero. You waited 4 years for this, and you are trying to, you know, time the bottom right now. I mean, it's not time to buy, you know, timing the bottom. And when and then there came this move over here, right below these levels over here. I was still like, you know, it's gonna go right now. It's gonna go. And I was still trying to time the goddamn bottom down here at the 138 or something like that. And at one point over here, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy. I really don't care. I just gonna buy, but I will buy with limit orders, not market orders. So I tried to buy it, you know, a little bit below 1.4, 138, 137, something like that, right? And even in this last part where you know you're gonna buy and you're still buying, I still tried to buy the bottom. And it's crazy, because it really does, if you zoom out, it really doesn't matter. It really does matter, because if you zoom out and your target is 10x or 20x or 100x or whatever your target is, when you zoom out, I mean, these differences up here really technically don't matter, especially on the weekly time frame. Like if you look at this over here, I mean, you cannot even see where the price is like right over here, right? I mean, and if you think that it's gonna go a lot higher than that, like it's so minuscule, it's so small, you know. But I was trying to play a hero, and I'm gonna buy it on my terms. And eventually, of course, after 1.4, it started going a little bit towards upside up here. And I was like, you know what, again, I'm again trying to be a hero, again trying to, you know, wait for that bottom, again trying to get that, you know, juicy dip down back to 1.4, because when it started going up here, I was again thinking, yeah, I'm gonna wait for a pullback. I mean, the pullback did happen 2 times, right, down to 1.4, and I was again thinking, let me just wait a little bit, you know. But at one point I was like, why am I being so hard? You know, why am I again trying to play the goddamn hero? Just buy. And then I went and market bought at 120 or something like that, 1.42 or something like that. Market bought. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait anymore. I'm just gonna buy. I'm trying to play some kind of hero on this move. I'm trying to time the button, trying to be pro. What kind of pro am I? You know, when the you know, pro is down here. You know, pro is down here. You know, buying legitly pro altcoins is all the way down here. You know, down here. Right now, I don't think it's... Now, again, not a financial advice. You do your money, I do my money, you know. This is an example. But it's an example of human psychology. Because just like me, just like I'm right now, or I was right now, waiting for this, you know, legendary dip down here. Because I did not buy down here at, you know, $1 where it was, you know, a legendary buy. I did not buy down here. So, you know, even after this pullback, I was still in this, you know, this... greed mentality, if I can call it, that, you know, I can get it cheaper. I can get it cheaper. You know, and the thing is, you don't know. Like you see on Bitcoin right now, every support holds. So even if something looks bearish, it manages to hold that support and bounces off of that support because the price is strongly bullish. And then the thought about the thing that hit me yesterday. When price goes, it's gonna go very, very fast. You think you have time, but when it goes so fast. When you think you're gonna buy at this level, you're just gonna wait for a little bit more pullback, and it doesn't pull back, and it goes. It, you know, towards the downside, it goes very, very slow. But when it goes very, very fast, and then it's up so much above that. Now, I'm not saying that this pullback cannot happen. I mean, I do believe that, you know, over here, you know, it's this consolidation up here, it's gonna continue towards upside. But can this move down happen? It can happen. And the second thing that I was thinking about is, if it does happen, you know, that it goes back down to, you know, $1 or below $1, will I be sad about it? And I was like, well, I kind of would be sad. I mean, I would be, you know, hurt. I did not buy the $1. I did not have the patience, you know, to wait for $1, to wait for that pullback, the juicy pullback. I could have, you know, doubled my position or something like that, you know, 50% more on my position. But what would be more painful if it right now goes towards upside? That would definitely 100% wreck me. I mean, I would be emotional stable for the rest of the bull market. You know, I'm still saying that, you know, one of my biggest mistakes when it comes to altcoins is not realizing that altcoins and Bitcoin are not the same. You know, one of the biggest things is that we have been watching Bitcoin chart and Ethereum chart and stock market and DXY, but Bitcoin and altcoins are not the same, and every chart needs to be looked by itself. And over here, one of my biggest mistakes is not noticing or not buying the Bitcoin, the altcoin bottom down here in October, September, because everything was so much low. And I remember it so very well. I was watching that guy, you know, Ben Cohen guy. And he was posting on Twitter and making videos about Bitcoin dominance and talking about this altcoin reckoning that's gonna happen. And I was, you know, going on live stream, going on videos and saying to people like, how much reckoning can you have down here? Look at the charts. And everything was looking like this, guys. Everything was looking like this down above. How much more reckoning can you have, right? But at that very point, I did not understand that, you know, that is the bottom. I did not kind of, you know, it didn't kind of set with me this feeling that when it goes fast. So to avoid the pain of pumping, because I know when it pumps it's gonna go fast. I don't know if it's gonna happen right now on this coin or not, or some other altcoin. I already see some coins that are pumping like 10+% right now. Which coins over here? Bonk is up 15% for whatever reason, but when it goes, you know, it goes 50%, doesn't matter. I think I saw some legit coins. KDI is up 10% over here. Rune is up 14%. When it goes fast, right? When it goes fast. So all of this, you know, painful, slow moves towards downside. When it goes very, very fast. So if this move up here is gonna go above the all-time high, it's not gonna go, you know, slowly up here towards the all-time high. No, it's gonna go very, very fast towards the upside. And the pain of missing out, the pain of, you know, having to FOMO in up here, you know, it's gonna be a lot tremendous. So the way I saw it, you know, altcoins had nice pump. They had 30-40% dump. So, you know, I'm trying not to be greedy. I'm trying not to be greedy. The halving is very, very close. The halving is very, very close. Bitcoin is up 5% just a day. Even every single support on Bitcoin is holding like you know what. The liquidity was picked up. It's going up. Everything is getting more and more bullish by the day. I cannot find... The worst kind of news I actually found on X on Twitter is Solana's outages. And even that cannot stop Solana. I don't know how much Solana is doing right now, but it had a pullback, so it should continue towards upside up here. It had a nice pullback from 120. What's that? 127. I said 120 up here between 100 and 100. Where is 100 level? This is 100 over here and 120 level up here towards downside. It had a nice pullback. It consolidated. It broke the trend. It consolidated over here. Right now it's going again towards upside. It's not gonna stop. Yes, it had the outages. Yes, it has this bad this bad thing and that bad thing, but in the greater scheme of things, you know, every single support is gonna hold. Bad news are not bad news. Good news are terrific news. Everything is so bullish that it's really, really hard to see how you're gonna pull the price below 30-40% on altcoins right now. So to avoid, again, title of the video, you think you have time? Maybe you do. I'm not saying you don't. But maybe, just maybe, there is a good, you know, case to be made that, you know, tick tock time is gonna go very, very fast and the price is gonna boom very, very fast. Because when it moves fast. We all know that. The reason it moves fast is because, you know, just like me, they want people to think like I did. They want people to think that, you know, it's gonna go a little bit lower. You can wait a little bit, you know, more, and then it pumps. Then with pumps, they are in FOMO, they are in pain. There are two kinds of pains. There is the pain when you buy and it goes lower, and then there is pain when you don't buy and it goes higher. And you have to decide which pain you want to be on. Because if you buy over here and the price dips from that point, this part over here, all the part until you get back to the break even, this part down here is what I call the pain period, right? The pain period, because this part can actually last a long time. For me, this part lasted 1.5 years. If you look at altcoins, I bought back in March 2022 on Bitcoin capitulation when Bitcoin was 20k. That's where I bought my altcoins. Unfortunately, most of altcoins went down, so my charts on my portfolio looks like this. I went through 1.5 years of pain. Why? Just so I could get back to break even. This is pain, right? But you got to ask yourself, because but this is, you know, okay hodl. I didn't buy it, you know, Bitcoin 69k thousand, and then you have to wait to 69 again to get to break even. So this was an okay, you know, it wasn't that painful. The other way this can actually happen is when you buy over here, when you don't buy over here, and the price starts going towards the upside. Now you are in pain, and you are gonna stay in pain until you actually buy. So prices continue towards upside, your pain is increasing, and the pain only stops when you FOMO in. Right, you FOMO in, this is where the pain stops. Okay, but the pain can continue for a longer time, it builds up until the FOMO, and then you buy in, and then the pain stops. On the other hand, if I buy right now and it goes down, but it's gonna come up. I mean, the 2025 is not yet here. The bull market is just about to start. So the pain period is kind of limited. On the other hand, the pain period on not buying is unlimited because it can just continue going towards upside. And it depends on how strong man you are or a woman and how long you can hold out before you FOMO in. Some people never FOMO in, as we saw you know, from the old videos back from, you know, 2012 and 13 of people, you know, buying and selling the coins and then seeing the coins go towards upside, but they are gonna wait and wait. And right now Bitcoin is at, you know, 43k, it was a 69k, and you know, 10 years later they're still looking every time at the chart and getting the anxiety and got this PTSD, have to go to the, you know, psychologist every week to, you know, talk about the pain of not buying because, no, I'm not gonna buy, I'm gonna be you know, it's gonna come down, you know. So, you know, so there are two kinds of pains. So, you know, you have to decide what kind of pain you're gonna be in, because there, you know, I mean, if you buy over here and just continues going, there is no pain, right? If you wait and price goes down and then you buy here, there is no pain. I mean, there is of course options to how this can actually play out. But if there is gonna be a pain and you have to choose between the two pains, you know, I would choose the bottom pain. Yes, it can go down, but you know, you didn't buy the bottom, you know, maybe you can dollar cost average on the way towards downside in that case. And dollar cost averaging right now, the way I see it, it's a pretty legit technique. But you know, the pain towards downside is a lot easier to digest than this you know, pain towards upside that's never ending. Wait, what's up? You're perfectly right. There you go. There we go. So Bitcoin is right now 4.8% towards upside. It's pumping like crazy, and I'm gonna show you some channels over here. Let's go to the 4-hourly up here, and you'll see up here, before we actually show you the top channel up here, this is the chart. And you can see up here, yesterday I was looking at this bottom channel down here. That's actually very, very nice, right? This midline also, I really enjoy when I find the channels that have these, you know, beautiful midlines, beautiful, you know, touches. I mean, you cannot see this any other way. And then we broke this towards upside. We consolidated right here, and look what's happening right now, guys. The blue box up here, the blue box, this was my blue box. We are actually closing above the blue box on the 4-hourly time frame. You see up here, we are closing above the blue box, and we haven't been closing above the blue box previously. Up here, we haven't been closing above the blue box previously. Let me just zoom in very nicely up here. We haven't been closing above the blue box. Over here, the blue box is closed, but that's because I drew the blue box badly. It's these dotted lines that are actually the blue box. You can see up here that we haven't been closing above the blue box, but right now on the 4-hourly time frame we are actually closing above the blue box, and right now we are hitting these, you know, trend lines over here on the side. The same kind of trend lines up here. We're hitting these trend lines again, and it's a 48k. Yesterday I said that, you know, it might go to 50k up here, and I still believe that's to be the case. But there are other lines that, you know, take into consideration, and one of these lines is, if you look at a weekly time frame over here. If you look at a weekly time frame, there is a very nice channel up here. I mean, you can draw the channel like this over here, but this channel up here seems legit as well, and it goes down all the way down here. So if you look at this on the daily time frame, it does look kind of nice. I mean, it does look kind of nice, and you know, we like nice things on this channel. And you can see here, I mean, it's hitting it on the dollar on the daily time frame, on the dollar up here, right? So this move towards upside does seem legit, very, very nice. Now this now this move up here, even though it's hitting resistance up here, this might be some kind of, you know, intermediate top up here. I still believe that this can go up all the way towards the 50k, even higher than that. But maybe it's just gonna consolidate up here first. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, because this channel does seems to be legit. It is very nice channel up here on the bottom side, a very nice confirmation up here, holding the channel and just exploded, a doubling of the channel towards the upside. So assuming this is the correct channel and not the 50k one that we drew previously, we can also look at that. What we can do up here is actually double the lines towards the upside up here right now. And we get two new targets up here from this move. The first target is up here at 50k, that's the midline. But the second target up here is all the way at 52k levels. So these two targets are very, very important in case we do break eventually this channel towards the upside. Now, will this happen or not? We don't know. I'm gonna say that, you know, right now the move back to the 43k levels is unlikely. And it is unlikely because in bullish markets, you don't go back to the support too many times, especially on big time frames. I mean, over here you went up here, and then you slowly went up, and then you dropped down. But you know, you've been testing this line for a long time. Over here you broke it, you held it, and right now, you know, you're thinking again, we're gonna go back to 43k line. I don't think that's gonna be the case, and I think right now the most probable outlook is some kind of consolidation before the next move towards the upside. Now, how much consolidation and stuff like that, maybe just, you know, waiting and then move. It can just move towards the upside, because again, I'm trying not to underestimate the bullishness of the market, because when it goes fast, guys. When it goes fast. So if we break up here towards 50k, and we have not been at 50k, we have been at most at 49k. So when the price actually hits the 50k, I think people are gonna go, you know, very, very much FOMO, and we're gonna call it for some kind of bottoms. But what if it breaks all the way to 52k, and then, you know, you get this kind of pullback towards downside? It is very probable. It is very probable. I also like the doubling of the channels when finding the next trends and stuff like that. There is also other lines that we can actually look at. Why is this not logarithmic up here? Let me go to this chart over here. So how does this look on the bigger time frames up here in case we do move in that direction, you know, 52k? How would this look? Because this chart over here is the chart that I have that, you know, showing me some major levels of resistance. So the first level of resistance is this 45 to 47k levels, but right now we are breaking above that. We are breaking above my blue box. We are hitting this line up here, and what you're gonna see here, if it goes towards upside, it can go to 60k, guys. I'm still on the 60k bandwagon, because assume that this move indeed does go all the way up to 60k right now. I'm saying 52 is the next level, right? Because doubling of the channel on the 4-hourly time frame, the 52 level is legit, right? So if you go over here on the 4-hourly time frame, I mean, this next move to 52k is legit. 50k, 52k, that's the next move. But on the bigger time frames, on the weekly time frames, the next move might be all the way up at 60k to the next resistance box up here at the top. And if it does that, ladies and gentlemen, if it does that, again, this is not some kind of overextensions or anything like that towards upside. This is hitting the resistance level up here at the previous stop. We are still not above or past the halving yet, so it has time to consolidate after halving and go towards upside. Not only that, it has time to consolidate, do a big scary dump, and then go towards upside, if it's gonna ever happen, right? It could just consolidate up here and you know, continue towards upside up here. And right now, when I'm looking at it, we have a new line on the chart. Let's assume this bottom up here is legit up here. And this is the line that should not be broken. In parabolic moves, you often have these lines that should not be broken, right? If you have some kind of parabolic move towards upside and price is chopping to you know, faster and faster towards upside, the definition of a parabolic move is it's not breaking the trend. So you have these trends on the bottom side that are not getting broken, right? The trend cannot be broken. If the trend is broken, something is wrong. If it's a parabolic move and you break the trend, you broke the, you know, you broke the trend, right? This is a curvature move towards upside. This is a parabolic trend. Just like any other trend that has the resistance and support level, a parabolic trend does not, you know, it's increasing the support levels towards the upside as it goes. It goes faster and faster towards upside, but it's increasing these support levels towards upside. That's a parabolic trend in nature. It's the definition of a parabolic trend. It should not break the support line, right? So if this is some kind of a, now there is two ways to actually draw this. This might have been some kind of breakdown that might have happened. If this is the correct line, let me go to a clean chart up here. Let me go to a clean chart. This is clear enough for me up here. Let's go. Why am I? There we go. So if this is a parabolic move towards the upside right now, this bottom up here should not you know, should be taken seriously. At, you know, the trend line must you know, should be looking something like this, right? So it should not be breaking the trend. There might be a good reason for why this over here is the trend and not the bottom one, right? So, you know, technically we can say that it's not gonna break 40k right now. If it goes a little bit before, it's not gonna break 41 and so forth, so forth. But I think it's already after this move towards upside over here, after we broke this trend, I think right now we are creating a new trend up here that goes something like this, and it should not break, you know, 41k. The farther it moves over here, this line keeps on going towards upside. So support, you know, on parabolic move is getting higher and higher, higher. And up here around May 2024, April 24, around, you know, the halving time up here. This is the halving time. Where is it? Halving time is around April 17, 18, give or take. Around halving time up here, the bottom is at 48, 49k. So you see up here right now we're consolidating into that. We can actually go all the way up here and then dump down. It will still be parabolic move towards the upside, because at one point you just break that. Yeah, at one point you just break that. But the bottom when you come to the halving, next 2 months, the bottom is at 48k. We could definitely do some kind of spring where we, you know, break that and continue towards the upside. As you will see in the parabolic moves, this often happens. This last part was a, you know, parabolic move towards the upside over here. You know, it started like this, you know, and it increases in speed. Increase in speed towards the upside, right? You have a pullback down here, but you know, once you find this pullback, you should not break that level, right? And decrease the speed up here, and we saw that over here. It decreased the speed, but once it started breaking, you know, even this line, it lost the strength and it broke this line up here. It was pretty much over. So a parabolic move should not, in any case, break the support levels if it's a parabolic move. If it goes up parabolically, it should not break the support levels. So over here right now, the way I'm thinking is if this line up here is legit towards the upside, and that means that around halving up here, you know, your bottom is at 48k. So yeah, right now it might pull back down to some kind of, you know, 40 or 40k levels up here towards the downside, what 41, 42k levels. But the longer time passes, the parabolic move is keeping this, you know, support level very, very steep. Considering the bullishness in the market and everything else, it is really hard to see how this is gonna, you know, give us some kind of juicy dips. That's why, again, I'm saying in the title of the video, you think you have time, but you don't have time. The time have been, you know, the time came and passed, and right now we are all just waiting for the move towards the upside. And if you watch the big guys like, you know, Crypto, The Moon, Ivan on Tech, that Martini guy, some other guys, the guys with, you know, cash in the wallet, they all bought, guys. They're still buying. They bought everything. They are not talking about buying right now. If you go back a couple of months ago, even more than half a year to a year ago, you will see that, you know, there are videos of them saying, I am buying, I just bought more, I bought so much, I think this is it, you know, because they were buying. You can understand that some guys like The Moon and Crypto, they got millions, if not billions of dollars to buy. They cannot do like you and me and, you know, press market buy. Woo, we are, you know, we bought shitcoin with all our, you know, spare change. You know, they cannot do that. They have to put limit orders. They have to wait for price to go down. They have to accumulate over time, especially on coins that have low liquidity, right? They have to accumulate. But right now, they're no longer talking about, oh, I just bought that much and blah, blah, blah. No, they're talking about price. They're just pumping the price. They're done buying. They're done buying, so they're just pumping the price. And you don't want to be out of the market while these big guys with big YouTube channels are pumping the price. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The stock market is doing well. It's passing the all-time high over here. It is going higher, and again, we looked at stock market not so long ago, a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago, and the stock market actually doesn't have any kind of, you know, issues with the chart. It just keeps on going higher above the previous high. Maybe we can squeeze these two levels over here. Then there is some kind of divergence up here that are becoming a little bit evident up here. Let's see up here, 6-month chart. Yeah, 6-month chart, there is divergence up here. But the MACD is still climbing up here, and the momentum is going a little bit towards downside, so it might become it's some kind of, you know, topish signal up here. But it is a very, very big time frame chart. But the stock market actually looks very, very, very good. The stock market is performing well, and I don't remember how it performed last time. Let's over BTC USD chart. Let's put this chart over this chart and see. I mean, this is S&P 500, of course. So from Corona, where is Corona? This Corona dump up here. So from Corona dump, I mean, the stock market and the Bitcoin were very much correlated over here. I think I need a bigger chart of Bitcoin. Bitcoin index, BLA. I think this is the one. Yeah. So stock market, Bitcoin up, stock market up, that's nice. In the previous bull market as well up here, I mean, it was going, you know, kind of, it was kind of having, you know, a rough time all the way up here. But from this point on towards the, you know, top side, all the way up here actually. But, you know, it was correlated, you know, with a pump towards the upside up here. Can we do this logarithmic chart over here? Let's do both the logarithmic charts so we can see it nicer. It seems to be correlated up here, because from the bottom up here, you know, this just went towards upside, Bitcoin went towards upside. So the second bull market, you know, played out well as well. I mean, this chart, you know, up here from the, you know, you can see up here, this part over here. This is way too soon. This is 2010. This is a very start, you know. But the first bull market up here on Bitcoin was actually, you know, stock went towards upside. The second part, the stocks went upside with the Bitcoin as well. Why is this not moving? And the third part up here, yeah, the stocks went up with Bitcoin as well. So right now you can see also correlation up here that it is going with Bitcoin towards upside as well. I mean, the same kind of bottom down here right now. Up here we are looking for this move. So you know, the stocks are going to continue towards upside as well. I mean, nothing is telling us right now that stock market and Bitcoin market is not correlated. So I think there is strong correlation between Bitcoin, you know, cycles and stock market cycles than between Bitcoin cycles and DXY cycles. But it looks good. It looks very, very good. And the stock market is also very pumpy. So we like that. Everything is pumping, guys. Everything is pumpy. That's the you know, that is the what are you gonna say? That is the thing, you know, for this channel. You know, if you're gonna take anything, everything is pumpy. Yeah, there was one more thing that I want to talk about. I almost forgot that. And just quick word about that. The divergences, of course. You remember the divergences, guys. You remember the divergences that we talked about over here. When Bitcoin was back here at 44k levels, right over here. When Bitcoin was at 44k levels, there was divergence on the chart, right? We said that. We know that there is divergence on the chart because there was, you know, this stops up here and the RSI was down here, and you know, it looks something like this over here. But what did we say? Because we understand how divergences and RSI divergences work on the chart and what they actually mean. So a lot of people have been looking at this divergence and tried to shorten this thing over here towards downside because it's divergence, right? Divergence are not topping signals or bottoming signals or anything like that. Divergences only show you whether price is consolidating or not consolidating, right? And you can see up here, and we said if it continues pumping, there will be no divergence. Right now, there is no divergence on the chart. It looks nice. It looks good. It looks juicy. This is on the weekly time frame. The momentum is also not giving a bearish close. It's just bouncing off of that. It looks good. Yes, we are at 47, 48k. Yes, we are again at some kind of top. Blah, blah, blah. Support are gonna hold. The price is gonna pump. It's gonna go fast. You're gonna get left behind. Again, not a financial advice. You do you, I do me. There is that. Guys, thank you for watching this show. It's been, you know, 50 minutes. You know, I like these. I like these, you know, Bitcoin dailies when price is bullish because, you know, it's a little bit therapeutic for me. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do stuff. I'm gonna go do stuff. I'm gonna go buy more. I'm gonna buy more. Maybe. Enjoy the day, guys. I'm gonna see you around. Where is my outro? Bye-bye.